Well, Bruno,
Yeah.
this is a great car. This is a Canadian car.
Yeah, they made
Built
from Pontiac.
Pontiac. And my French is not good. How's your English?
English is medium.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, my French is worse. So, so this is a 1962. It looks like a Chevy 2 Nova.
Yeah, the same car, Chevy Nova, but it's made by Pontiac Canada.
And it's called what I would pronounce Acadian, but you say
Acadian.
Acadian.
Yeah.
Well, they were made up here. They look like Novas, but what are the differences? What's different about this versus a Nova?
The difference, the front grille
Yeah.
is not the same, and the rear tail light.
Rear tail lights?
Yeah.
And of course the Pontiac badging instead of Chevy.
Yeah, it's the same fender of a Chevy Nova, the same door.
Is it really?
Yeah.
1962.
Yeah.
Now, as I look at it, it looks like it's built for race. I mean, you've got a full roll cage,
Yeah.
5-point harnesses, and you've changed the instrumentation.
All that is custom.
All custom and,
Yeah.
and odometer gauges.
Yeah.
Pontiac steering wheel. That's the original
Yeah.
steering wheel, right?
I bought that on eBay.
B&M shifter.
Yeah.
You know, racing seats. I can also see that it's been tubbed pretty
Yeah,
heavily.
it's
You got-
a large tub
yeah.
for the large tire.
How wide?
It's 33 by 14.
That's big.
That's big, yeah.
Now now did you build this?
Yeah, I built the car. My friend built the motor.
How long did it take you?
10 years.
Really?
Yeah, 10 years.
Wow, you've been working on this for a long time.
Yeah.
So back here, yeah, these taillights are definitely different.
It's not the same of a Chevy Nova. No.
No.
It's not the same bumper.
Wow. You know, with that roll cage and it's heavily tubbed, you got big tires.
Yeah.
You must have a equally big engine.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
You see that?
I do. Let's go look at that.
Okay.
Well, that's pretty big. What is it?
It's a 454.
Wow.
Big black Chevy, LX6.
Oh, those are wild headers. They
Yeah.
go up, back, and,
So-
and they come out the sides, eh?
Yeah, it's a hard job.
Ooh, yeah, but it was a hard job. But this is the only 62 Pontiac Acadian here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
The only one.
Thanks, Bruno.
Thank Dennis.
Beautiful car.
Thank you.
Strong and fast.
Right.
Well, Chris, this is a cool ride here. This is a 1980 Volkswagen Vanagon.
That's right.
Vanagon.
Yes.
Now, I don't think I've ever seen one as a camper. Is this a mod or is this a factory?
There's two models that were manufactured by Volkswagen. There was what they called the bus, which was strictly the van.
Which is I've seen a lot of.
Absolutely. And then there was the camper with the pop-up roof.
And then from the factory, eh?
Absolutely, from the
Wow,
factory,
how,
yes.
You know,
Yes.
how cool. Now, they couldn't have made too many of these because I don't think I've ever seen one.
I don't know how many were made. I know they're very much in demand because they're quite rare.
Yeah. Now, great color, kind of a Japanese beetle emerald green almost.
Different,
It's different,
different.
yeah. But that's not original, right?
No, originally it was a brown color, traditional brown with
A lot of them
Volkswagen.
were. A lot of
Yes,
them were brown,
absolutely.
yeah.
And a couple of years ago, we had to invest some money because it was losing its flash. And our four children are actually the ones who chose this green.
It looks like it's completely original inside.
Dennis, it is original.
Everything.
Nothing has been changed in here.
I just can't believe it. And I just love how it's laid out. So you've got a swivel passenger seat. It'll go 180 degrees,
That's
right? So
right.
it'll face forward, you know.
The driver's seat will swivel sideways.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
And then you've got the table.
Yes.
You got a stove, a sink. Underneath there's a fridge.
Underneath the fridge,
Up above you got a bunk.
we've got a bunk, and the back bench will fold down and provide a second bed as well.
It's actually a pretty big vehicle. It's pretty
It is.
long.
It is. Yes.
So what am
That's
I
right.
looking at? A 1.6 or a 1600 or?
No, a 1.9. Originally, the engine was air-cooled. We managed to get it across Canada and back twice. And on the end of our second trip, the engine gave up on us. And so with a bit of luck, a bit of patience, we managed to find a rebuilt 1.9.
Did you guys, go on trips in this?
Every summer.
Oh,
Every
jeez.
summer.
But I don't imagine you would sell this, would you?
No, my
not-
children have told me time and time again that it's not for sale.
It's not happening. Well, 1980 Volkswagen Vanagon camper. I love it. Thanks for bringing it out.
Thank you, Dennis.
What a cool car, Chris. Well, Etienne, this is an interesting car. Fox body Mustang. I'm going, okay, Fox body Mustang. It's a 1986. 86. But I started looking at it, and it's a little different. It's an SVO for one
It's
thing.
a little bit different,
It's a
yes.
little bit different. I mean, this is kind of a legendary car. They didn't make many of these, right?
Not many at all. Total production for 3 years was just short of 10,000, and a handful of competition prep cars were actually built in '86.
Well, you know, and the interior, with the competition prep, was the interior any different, or is this pretty much the Mustang interior for the day?
It was very different for an SVO. First, the seats were different.
Okay.
All SVOs came with a Hurst shifter and basically a boost controller inside to control the boost if you had low octane fuel. A little bit of a different spring rate on the suspension, but otherwise, a car was basically would arrive empty,
Bare bones
and ready to be gutted, and throw in a roll cage and go racing.
Holy cow! Well, you know, but I mean, that interior is beautiful. Did you restore that, or is
No,
that?
no, it's an original
Really?
car, original paint. The only thing, the original customer actually painted the rear spoiler. I left it alone because typically it should be more a charcoal color.
And this double deck spoiler was.
That was a special SVO feature from the get-go.
But this has got this really weird engine, right?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit weird.
Let's look at that weird engine.
All right.
That is a strange looking engine. Okay, what am I looking at here?
The origin of that engine, well, first of all, it's a 2.3 turbo. The origin dates back to the Pintos and so on. But in 1983, Ford SVO, which was the division which was now basically known as SVT, they went out and to really design a really modern turbocharged engine with the 2.3.
And is it pretty quick?
It is very quick. Back in the day, the SVOs were known actually to be as fast, if not faster, than a 5-liter on the drag strip. But put them on a road course, and these cars are just absolutely wonderful.
Wow. Well, she's wild, man. And even from a distance, I went, oh, you know, Fox Body Mustang. Oh, wait a minute. You know, this is an interesting car.
It's a beautiful car to drive.
Thanks for bringing it out.
Thank you.
And that's what, 86 SVO.
Competition prep.
Competition prep. Yowza. Welcome back to My Classic Car. Well, Andre, this is a really wild car. A 62 Dodge Dart 440 series Wagon. Very rare car.
Rare car,
Man,
indeed.
where did this baby come from?
South Dakota.
Wow. And did you buy it from the original owner?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. How long ago? Have you had it a long time?
Oh, about 4 years now.
Oh, so they hung on to it for quite a while.
For quite a
Well,
while.
what's the
That's
story
right.
on
They
it?
were driving the kids back and forth to school, and then until the kids grew out of it, and then the previous owner, being a mechanical engineer, decided to soup up this car with the 413 Max Wedge. Because those cars were racing way back then. And so they had an awful lot of fun with this car for a good many summers back.
They
back
raced
then.
it, eh?
They did.
Wow.
They did.
Both the man and the wife?
That's right, both of them. Both of them. But-
Original paint?
no, it's not original.
It's been reshot.
Yeah, the paint's about 20 years old right now.
Still looks good. And the interior, I mean, white car with red interior is always a great look. And man, I mean, that has to have been redone because the upholstery is just so perfect.
Yeah, you're right. I did the seats. They were cracked only a couple of years ago.
Wow, and I love it. I mean, the dash on these Mopars, it's just so wild looking. But did this also come with the roof rack?
No, the roof rack was optional, so as the handles.
Oh, that's nice, yeah. The chrome handles.
And the backup light, as a matter of fact, were an option.
Oh, no kidding, eh?
Yeah, this
Wow.
one is equipped with the backup lights.
Without that, was it just blanked off?
Blanked off.
No kidding,
Chrome.
wow.
And this one has the powered back window,
Oh, gosh.
which is an option again.
But did you say this has got a 413 Max Wedge?
Well, yes, it is
Well,
equipped
yes.
with 413.
Let's go look at that.
Let's have a look at it.
Oh, not just a 413 Max Wedge, a dual quad 413 Max Wedge.
Absolutely.
What a wild manifold those have.
Absolutely.
Wow. Well, it looks like it belongs in there.
I think it does.
Now, you don't race this anymore.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. But now and again, I like to press on the pedal just a little bit, But it still have all the horses, that they
Yeah.
did have way back then.
Well, it's such a great looking engine, and that was just that was a terror on the drag strip back in the day.
Yes.
Yeah, that is, it's just such a wild looking car.
We get the looks, wherever we go.
Yeah, I believe that, man. And I bet you can smoke the tires when you want to.
Well, occasionally.
Occasionally.
Why not?
Andre, so cool.
Okay, thanks a lot,
62
Dennis.
Dart 440 wagon.
Yeah.
413 Max Wedge.
There you go.
Well, Jacques, this is a favorite car of mine. Always has been a favorite car of mine. The Monteverdi. Very rare car. This is only the third one I've ever seen in my life. What model is this?
This is a Monteverdi 1971. That's a Monteverdi high-speed 375L.
And the L stands for?
Luxury version or long wheelbase as you.
Because like I said, I've only seen three. One was Bob Lutz's.
Yes, Bob Lutz have a 375L like this one.
And the other was Jay Leno's.
Jay Leno have a short wheelbase, which stands for two-seater.
And now yours. Now, where did you find this? Because you don't find these just everywhere.
Yeah, I found this one in the internet in London, England. That was a very interesting weekend.
I bet it was.
A lot of fun.
They're all hand-built, aren't they?
All hand-built.
And there's such an interesting mix because it looks thoroughly Italian in its design.
It is Italian. It's designed and built by a firm called Fissore in Italy. And the engine and transmission actually are 440 Chrysler.
And then it's all put together in Switzerland.
In Switzerland, wait.
So what an interesting combination. But one of the things that strikes me about these cars is just how sharp the angles are.
Yeah.
I mean, even the bumpers.
All around the car, yeah, that's sharp edge.
Square edges, sharp edges, but stunning. It just, nothing quite looks like a Monteverdi. And I love the interior in this. This being the L is actually a 2+2, right?
2+2,
you have
yeah.
a back seat. I mean, I just love it. I just love how it's laid out.
Yeah, this is because of the engine is far back on the engine bay, and because of all the air conditioning, evaporator, and all those stuff. So they had to
so that's what that
come
box
with that
is really,
design.
That's really there because the engine's so far back. And what a dainty little shift knob. There's like 2 fingers and you move that thing around.
Yeah, this is an automatic transmission actually.
And what a narrow trunk, but again, you just see these crisp lines everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely stunning. And it is powered by a big honkin' 440 Chrysler engine and torque flight transmission, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness. So let's have a look at that. There she is. That's a 440 Chrysler. Well, this, you can see right off the bat that she's moved, as we were talking about in the interior, she's moved quite a ways back for weight distribution, I'm assuming?
Your weight distribution, the 51% of the weight is on the front wheel and 49% on the rear wheel.
Oh. And I would imagine it's just handles like a dream.
Yeah, that's a big GT from the 60s, and they are built to go fast, and they are built to handle well on the small road.
Oh, they're stunningly beautiful. Close it back up. Absolutely fabulous car, one of 3 that I've ever seen in my life. Jacques, thanks so much for bringing it out.
That's my pleasure.
I think it made my day.